This is the operations panel. Nice and shiny. Helps plan our next priorities. That smartphone you picked up off of that Riker? There's a GPS fragment on here. So now we know where they came from. And it's no surprise that vermin like the sewers.
So you use the intel to unlock various directives. For instance, say we want to do a custom operation, we want to add a directive. I don't think it's going to let me do it. That's my first mission. So you choose a difficulty, you see the rewards. And that's pretty much the end game for Division 1.
See something you like?
And our Shade Tech credits, we have 1367. We can get gear set cash for 200. Let's see if we can get us.
Go on. I'll see you next time.
Go ahead and open these.
You know you want to take a look.
No.
You know you want something.
Repair crews are needed on track 3. Repeat. Repair crew needed.
Hey, remember, no returns.
Alright, we want a Firecrest knee pad. No. Firecrest knee pad. No. Firecrest knee pad.
What can I show you?
No. Firecrest knee pad. Rawr. Nope. Still did not get one. Let's go back up. And then we'll do the Keener investigation, and then that will be it for the Division 1 storyline.
Agent, before we pulled out of the dark zone, the brass airdropped in some Shade Tech stations to coordinate local ops. Thing is, those tactical sites are still in there, sitting on all sorts of intel. We want it back, and so does every rogue agent in the city. We need you to get a team together and download whatever you can from those stations before someone else does.
What's going on?
I asked.
Hey, Agent, I need you to check in with the new...
Agent, this is Kekich. Swing by when you get a chance.
Nope. We're doing the unknown signal.
Watch yourself out there, Agent.
So while we help clean up New York of the various factions that have causing problems between the gangs, the escaped Rikers, the cleaners, and then the Last Man Battalion, Aaron Keener, the rogue agent, is out there still with all the information about the green dollar flu that's killing everyone. So we're chasing him down. And in seasons after the launch, there were manhunts to hunt down Keener and his crew. And eventually you do get to him. But we can't replay those seasons over. You had to have been there.
Glad you're okay.
Or is that the Warlords of New York expansion for Division 2? That continues the Keener storyline. So eventually we will get there, but first we got to get through Division 2. Alright, so here's the setup for the continuation. And the last little bit for this storyline.
Here I am, Aaron Keener, the first wave's prodigal son. Normally I'd do this face-to-face, but I'm not 100% sure which way you'll jump. You act one way when Ms. Lau is watching, and another way entirely when you're off the leash. That's an interesting contradiction. You see, I think that deep down, you get it. You know, the old rules, laws, governments, those things died on Black Friday. But the feral PMCs, the convicts, the ones smart enough and good enough to take what they need, they'll survive. Me? I'm gonna prosper. Oh, you could too, but you took an oath, right? You got a duty. Those are both ways of saying that your conscience is fucking you. You ask yourself, who has earned a right to tell you what to do? Do you know how many agents died to hold the Dark Zone, just for the brass to give up and put a wall around it? You don't believe me? You should check the place out for yourself. But the people you're working for, they're irrelevant now. Amherst changed how the game is played, and I have got the vision to win. I got Chernenko, I got a DNA printer, and a very interesting recipe book. I'm gonna write my own rules. You should think about getting in on this thing. I'll be seeing you.
Agent, the information you found in that lab was the crown jewel. I think we can break this thing now. But we've got some more information. A voice from the grave. Listen to what Amherst has to say.
What you're looking at is the smallpox virus, one of the deadliest pathogens on the planet. For centuries, it did a wonderful job of helping keep the human population in check. But times change, and sometimes Mother Nature needs a hand in improving her creations. Like, say, speeding them up a little bit. making them contagious when they should be quietly incubating in a host, or making them more lethal. I didn't come up with the approach on my own. My friend Vitaly is one of the pioneers in the field, and the idea has been around for years. Genome as data. You see, once we digitized DNA, we made it infinitely mutable. We could do 1,000 virtual variations in the time it used to take to grow a 1 lab grade generation of pathogens. And we could pick the best, most lethal combinations and make them real. That's how you make a killer virus, you see. Mix in genetic code from other diseases, and you move the sliders all the way up on lethality and virulence. The goal was a 90% mortality rate. I'm not sure my green poison is going to quite hit that, but honestly, that's just details. As long as most of humanity goes, the Earth stands a fighting chance. Technically, technology is what's killing the planet. But that's not really the case. It's the greed that drives the technology. But a funny thing happened on the way to $100 genome maps and 3D printed plastic toys. Someone figured out those technologies could be repurposed, modified for the greater good. Me. Now, my virus is going to do what nature's always done. Decide who lives and who dies. And if nature decides I die, then I die. If nothing else, I'll have a lot of company. Natural selection at its finest, helped along by a little unnatural genetic manipulation. It's all data, really. Life's just a method of processing it. The same way I processed the smallpox genome on my laptop. And who's to say that wasn't the plan all along? If, by some miracle, you survive green poison, then nature's decided you deserve to live. The rest of us shouldn't and won't. Godspeed. I'll see you in hell.
And that is it for Division 1 storyline. So, for those that want to check out survival mode, I'm probably going to do a couple runs of that. But for now, that is the end of this session. I'll see you guys on the other side, and this week we'll start on Division 2. Have a good one. Bye.